Hello, welcome back to the Maker's Cave. Katrina here. And today, as you can see, we are going to be working on Optimus Prime. And I'm going to take a peek in the box, see what we have here. This is pack one. And I did sneak peek, so I just couldn't help myself. Actually, here is the poster of Optimus. You have to see this. He is a whopping 31 inches. Look how huge. Can't wait to see this finished, completed. And I did look it up. This is about, I'm thinking like a 1/8 scale model, because he in the original cartoon series was 19 feet tall, 19 and a half. And so it looks like today we're going to be working on some chest and head pieces. And I know Agora has their instructions online, but I am telling you, just in looking at these instructions, I would print them, because first thing, here is one of the blister packs, and each of these items has a part number that you have a key for. So I think in building, just in looking at the instructions, it is key that if nothing else, you print these three key pages that go along with the blister pack. So as you're building, you know which parts to pull out. So if you're interested in building this model or any other Agora model, we'll make sure to have all the links below. So what we're going to do, as usual, we're going to bring you forward. We're going to get the overhead, and we're going to start building. Okay, as you can see, this is what I was talking about. Here is your key, and here is your blister pack of parts with the lid taken off. So it's laid out on this sheet exactly the way it is in the blister. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take part TR 1-40, which is this little nibbly bit here that was found in the blister pack over here. And we're going to put some glue on the tip. Make sure, let's load it up a little bit. And it's going to go into TR-1-39, which was found in this part of the blister pack. And we're going to insert this part in the slot on the outside where the ridges are. Now we take part 1-01, which was found in this part of the blister pack here, and we're going to take what we just put together, and it simply slides right down in that slot like that. And next we take part 1-11, and that is going to slide. Well, actually, we're going to need to glue it in, I believe. That's going to slide in here. Hold it in place. Take some glue just over the little notch that's in there. Slide it down. And again, we'll hit it with some zip kicker just to get it to lock in place. And finally, part 1-12, which goes over that. And it has 4 little holes right inside each corner, and we'll put some glue down at the bottom. And it snaps in place, and the glue will hold it together. So now that this piece has been put together, the last part of part 1 is taking that and attaching it to 1-03, which is his helmet. And like this. And it's going to get held in with 2 PWM screws. There we go. Nice and secure. And that completes part 1. Next, it looks like we're going to be assembling part of the head with some kind of motor. So we're going to need parts 1-20, 1-21, 1-26-1, and also 1-17 and 18. So it's all the parts in this section right here of the blister. First thing we're going to do is going to take the motor. We're going to hold it with the larger part of the board facing down, and we're going to put on this small piece right here on the gear. It looks like a gear anyway. And we're going to take this plate, and with the feet basically turned inwards or down, we're going to put that right on top, and then you're going to need to hold it in place so that we can put these wings on. And this is going to slide right on the one side. 18 will go on the back side of it, and as you put it on, you'll see this will slide through. The top part will go right on top of what you were holding. And then if we do the same on the other side with 1-17, you'll see that it all comes together. Now we're going to hold this all together with 2 PWB screws, and they will get screwed in right, I believe, here and here. Turn it around. Okay, now this, I believe, motor and housing have been put together, and we're going to move on. 16, which is this, 58, which is this. No, that's not. Continuing to work on the head with parts from basically this area of the blister bag. We're going to, it looks like it's going to be the eyes and mouth of the head. So we're going to take part 16, and I'm saying part numbers because it's not like we're building a car and I can say we're going to take the grill or you know, some other part that has a name. These have numbers, so we're putting, since we're putting his head together. And you're going to insert part 58 inside, which you can see says eyes. And then we're going to take 19 and with it face down and with the deep side going right on top of it, you slide it right over the holes. And next, this is probably going to be a little tricky. We're with these little tabs on 53 and 52. 52 is going to go on the left side of the head, and 53 is going to go on the right side of the head. And you're just going to slide. You'll see there's like 3 different holes. There's the one at the top, the one in the middle, the one at the bottom, and then a pin. So it's basically the middle pin that you're putting it into. And you want to kind of put this down, because you have to hold these in place. Makes it a little bit easier. And we're just going to put his mouthpiece on, because you're lining up these pins with these holes. There we go. If you turn it over, you'll see they slide right in. And then that third hole at the bottom lines up with this hole on the mouth. And we're going to hold that in place with, which screws? PWB. So you'll see if you lay it down after you put this back piece on, and then you put these on the pegs, you can slide this mouthpiece right onto these pegs and line it up with the holes on either side. Fairly easy. All right, that's part 3. So we're going to do some more head parts in part 4, which we're taking part number 24 and 25, which is a little rubber cap, and we're going to just put that right on top here. And then we're going to take parts 23 and 22, and with all of the pins facing up, and if you see this, you basically want to make it, or put this on this ball where the large hole is in the back and the small hole is up front. It's the easiest way. All right, now that's fitted on, the best way to keep this together is we're going to take part number 30. It has a little nut here at the end, and you're going to put it in this large hole in the back, and it can only go in one way. Then we're going to take this, it's actually bolts and nuts. They are 34 is the nut and 33 is the bolt that you're going to put in. There we go. Just kind of use the screwdriver to help it, assist it go through. Let's there we go. And then that part fell out, but that's okay because it grabs and actually tightens down without spinning. It's probably very tight fit in here. Oh, I think it's a hexagon. Yeah. So it's locked in place there. Now we can put this back through. And again, you want this little, looks like a knob, facing you. They want us to take, I'm sorry, bring this back, and part 26, which is the wire, and facing down, we're gonna, or this facing down, there's like a little gap right here, so you want to face that down so that the pins are at the top, and you can just plug this in like that. All right, and then it would like us to take this, bring this part back, and we're going to take part 27 out of the little bin here. That cord as well, straighten it out. And with one PWB screw, let's see, facing up. If this is like that, they want it to be facing up. It fits right in that little recess that's there. And there, it's snug, but not too much pressure. And next we want to bring this motor and housing back, and with the face like this, and the motor like that, we're basically just going to slide it in these little slots right here. If you could see that. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get you closer so you can see that. See, there's little slots right in there that it slid right into. Next, we're going to bring the part back with the ball that we just put together, and with part number 50, which is in the top of our blister pack. Zoom out just a little bit. We're going to, okay, so we're taking part 50 and holding it like this. We're going to orient part 50 like that, and there's a slot in this bottom tube that we're going to push that right together. Okay. All right, so that's nice and snug, and now we're going to take the rest of the head, and we're going to line it up. There's several holes here. See, there's a hole here, here, and here. And there's pegs. You can see the pegs here. So we're going to secure it with our favorite PVW screws. All right, 3 of them. I can secure this one a little bit. All right, everything looks nice and snug. We have to put the other bracket on the other side of his head, and which is part 51, which is the same as 50 that we had here. So we're just going to turn it over down here, so that other side of the that part that we push through is going to be our line-up point. And like the other side, it's going to have the 3 screws here, here, and over here. That, yeah, there you go. That line up with that. Okay, and of course we're going to use our trusty PWB screws. Okay, next on the head we're going to secure these wires down here. Just slide it underneath the little slots that are under here, like that, and then the other way on the other side. down and there. So that's that one, you know. And then this one from the top of the head, we want to go underneath this and get it to come out here. Now they are both weaved through. And hanging straight down. So we're going to take part 2 and part 14, which is these 2 little brackets here, and they're going to get glued in inside here. You may not see, there's some little pegs right there and there, right next to the holes, and these fit in here. And if you have it oriented right, oop, the pegs will line up perfectly. And we're just going to secure them with some glue right there and right there. They basically have you put the glue on the peg first, or I guess, but I think this is easier. And we're going to do the same on the other side again, if it's oriented correctly, which of course I can't get it on the first shot. There we go. Put the glue right over the peg, right over this peg, and then to make sure, we're going to just drop a little zip kicker on each one. All right, they should be in place. Now we're going to take this, hello, and wipe up some of that. On the bracket, and see what those are. It makes it look like there's screws in these holes. See this little design? You want that facing down as we're going to apply it to the back of the head. So holding the head like this, you want to just want to slide it on so that it lines up. It should just, there we go. Slide right over top of the holes here and here, and the holes here and here. And yes, you guessed it, we are going to secure that in with your favorite and mine, the PWB screw. Okay, the next part, the next thing we're going to do is put the helmet on top. And these tabs may need to be coerced slightly out because it is a very snug fit, which is good, but I had to just, like I said, coerce mine out so that when I put this on, everything is sitting over the holes that they are supposed to be. And we're going to secure them with, again, our favorite screw, the PWB. And again, we're dipping them with oil even though we're going in plastic because it really does seem to make a difference. I love partworks that you get to see a portion of it completed, like a body part or an engine or things like that, and it's not like, you know, you get a wheel and a carburetor kind of thing. So this is nice because we get to see the actual progress of one part. That now completes part 4 of the head build. And we're going to put that aside and we're going to move on to part 5. Starting stage 5, we're going to be putting the pieces together for the side of Optimus' head. And first thing we're going to do is flip over, what is this, part 4? And we're going to just put dab of glue on the little pins here. And then we're going to take part 9 and we're going to plop that right on top there. Turn it around and we're going to fit this into place. There, it's keyed. So that's in place. And we're going to bring back Optimus' head. And as you can see, wait, it's going to pop out. Just a little nibbly bit right here. That's what we're going to, there we go. Like that. And of course, we're going to use our PWB screw. All right. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. Alrighty, righto. We have an Optimus head. And the last part, we're going to take this part 8 and with a little glue on the pins, actually a lot of glue, we're gonna, with the V facing up, just gonna put them right into the holes that are there. Pop that right into place. Yes, I know you're excited. I'm excited. This is coming together so fast. It looks awesome already. I love it. And to round out part 5, we're gonna complete the sides here, put the gears in on the side. So we're actually gonna do some, it's funny, this is a part work that has a little bit of sprue work in it, which is kind of funny. The blue is 13 and the yellow is 41. So we're going to take that and we're going to put glue right on this large post here. And of course it's keyed, so you could probably only put it on one way. There we go. And then it should just pop in. Do we need to glue it in there? Probably. Oh, seems pretty secure. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing for the other side. There's a little notch in here so you'll see the flat side that you just put it on. And then, and you see in there, there's one big hole, one little hole. So, makes it very easy. place this in there, recess it in. All right. Again, it's a nice snug fit. And that completes part 5. All right, working on the chest, we're going to start by building some light housings. And so we'll start with part sprue 47, and we're going to just cut these off. The other side is going to be the other sprue, which is... So we have this lens, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and here on the tabs. And then I'm going to drop it into place. And this will hopefully help keep the lens in place. Because on the first one, every time we tried to kind of, you know, put this up, the lens would fall out, or then this light would fall out. So I'm hoping now, with that in place and the lens not falling out, we can now sit that in the recess, or not the recess, in the pin that's sticking up. And then we can take the other side of the housing, and they say to put glue on these, but they're really a tight fit. I don't think you need a lot of glue. I don't think they're going anywhere, honestly. Now we can just place this down without worrying about... There. So that was so much easier once you glue that lens in. So I'm going to finish the last two that we have. We have 2 here. I'm going to finish the last 2 that we have, and then we'll be right back. Next, we're going to take the, and I believe these are fog lights. So we're going to take these light housings, because we're going to be gluing some caps on to the bottom that are on this sprue here. Cut these off. This is, these are parts, the caps are part 49 in the kit. And we're just going to take some glue. Put it in each cap. And put the right on the bottom. They are D-shaped, so that's pretty easy. Put on. Let's put them on there. This one on here. Okay. And then you're going to take parts 56 and 57, which are these brackets to hold them, and these teeth here need to go inside this hole. So you're going to, if you hold it with these 2 pins facing up, it's easier just to, okay, lay the wire in the slot, and then take these, some small pliers, and just gently squeeze it together to go in the hole. Sorry. There we go. It pops right in. Like that. And do the other side again. The light facing down. That going in the slot. There we go. And once it's in, you push it forward. And we're going to do the same for the other side. Alrighty, next we're going to continue with putting the chest together by attaching these lights to his front chest pieces. So we want to start with part number, not 55, 37. And that's this piece here that's in the bottom right of the third blister pack, and orienting it like this. So the smooth side is face down and the flat edge is over here. And, oh, sorry. See these two little holes here? You want them at the top because that is what these pins are going to sit in. So we're going to put, first of all, you got to make sure your wires are coming forward. That's very important before you mount it. And we're going to put some glue on these pins. And then we're going to line it up with those two holes. All right, there we have it. As you can see, the wires are forward. Okay, next we're going to take these wires and we're going to bring them across the front here, and down through this notch. And you're going to hold them there because then we are going to take part 56. Looks like this. Okay, and on the inside of here, is how we're going to hold those wires in place. So, and of course we're going to need 2 BM screws to do it. And I'm going to use oil because even though they're plastic, they're very snug fits on this model. Okay, that's secure. They're through. Make sure they stay on top here and then come through. Then we're going to take part 55, and there are some pins in here that we want to put glue on. And that is a cap that is going to fit right over top. So these wires are going to come over here so that you're going to have the hole on that side, and it fits right over top onto the little holes that were there for those pins. Okay, continuing on, we're going to take part 36, just the top here, and that is going to fit. See these notches here, of course, you want them oriented to line up with the lights. And we can lay this down now. And we're going to put 4 PWB screws. Need the screwdriver to stay in there. Alrighty, look at that. Nice. And this is why you need to make sure those wires are off to the side so that they don't come down in front here of this chest or the cab. Alright, now we're going to put a windshield in it with parts 59 and 43, which are these. It's a little blue tinted glass here. And I believe we also have a windshield wiper. It's on a sprue. Okay. There we go. Now, first thing we're going to do is turn this upside down like that. And then the glass with the tab down. It needs to be, oh, there's a little slot there for it, so you know exactly how to line it up. There. You see there's a, sorry, wasn't on camera, there's a slot right down here at the bottom that this little tab, that tab fits into. I want to put this in first. Let's try to get this in here. I think I can do it better from the back. Just line it up in those little, there we go. Pop it in place. Yeah, much easier to line it up from the inside. Okay, and it's in there. Everything's seated securely. It's in there. Now we're just going to glue it in there. A little bit of glue on that post. And let's pop it in the bottom of the windshield. Perfect. Last thing we need is the side cover for the side of his chest, which is part 66. Oh, and it's just a red, feels like plastic pieces with an adhesive backing, and as you can see it fits perfect. Just kind of locks the wires in place on this side as well. Okay, so that is one side of the chest completed. This would be the left side of the cab, or the driver's side of the cab, I would think. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the exact same instructions for the right side of the cab. And we'll be back. All right, we have our two completed cab portions, and we have a side window to complete. So I've cut the windows out of the sprue. So of course these you can kind of line up to see which one goes where, because it's on an angle. Or if you turn it around, I guess it really doesn't matter. There we go. Get that in. There we go. So no, that's not the right one. It is this one. Forgive me. All right, so we're just gonna kind of have to press down on the tab there to get it in place. There. Okay. We're going to do the same on this side. And we're going to press down just a little bit on the tab to get it in place. And your windshield. Oh, and then the other one. The windshield. The window on the side. The only thing I haven't shown you is that on the back there are these little slots here. And they are for these little magnets. Oh, there's a slot there and there's slots here for them. And you do get 4 of them. It says that you are to glue these in here. So and that, I believe, is the end of part 5. So now what it wants us to do, it wants us to take the battery pack. Okay. This battery pack, and I'm going to have to go get some AA batteries, and I will return. And then they want you to take the battery pack, plug it into the board like so. And then we're going to plug the head in. Oh, it's his eyes are lighting. Look at that. We have lighted eyes. And a moving mouth. Huh. Oh. I'm Optimus Prime. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a child. Okay, we're going to take this out. So that's pretty cool. We're going to test the chest. And they want us to plug these in. Oh, look at that. The light works. And then that light works. That's awesome. We have a completed pack 1, as you can see. We have his chest, which is also the cab of the vehicle. And we have a head. And I believe this is the completed head. I can't think of anything else that would go on it, but this is like so cool so far. I like them. So I hope you enjoyed this build and that you will continue to come back and see me, build more of Optimus and see him to his completion. There are a lot more builds from Agora that you can try. If this isn't for you, there are so many more things out there that they have interesting and really appeal to whatever it is that you may be into. So there will be a link to this model and all the other ones that you may want to see on the Agora website. So we'll put that below, and any tools that I use. And I hope you're as excited as I am, because this is like the kid in me that is coming out. Not that it takes much to do that, but I hope to see you in the next time. Thanks.